This here is what I call a paint blow. I wasn't real thrilled with it. It was just kind of blah, so I decided to repurpose it. I've started in here with some Prussian blue, and I'm getting some grasses in. And I've started with this dark value first because I'm just going to go lighter and lighter value as I go with these grasses. That way that dark Prussian blue sits kind of behind, not just physically, but visually it sits behind. It looks like it's grasses that are farther back in the plane. The paints I use are either Liquitex Basic or a Master Touch Heavy Body. I use molding paste and molding gels to make them even thicker, especially the Liquitex Basic. That has to have something to make it a lot thicker for it to be impasto like this. A lot of times I have the regular Liquitex Basic as the accent color, and I don't put gel or impasto in there. It's okay if that's a little bit lighter than the others, but the main part of the flower, it has to have something in it to make it thicker. Throughout this video, you'll see me turning my palette knife several different directions. I'm trying to decide what direction that the flower is going to turn. I don't want them all being the same exact direction. Here I've got a squeeze bottle with paint, and I'm getting in the stems. Right now I want to show you that sometimes it blows air out, and that's really okay. It looks a little bit like some of the petals on the stems or the leaves on the stem. So I don't worry too much about it when the bottles blow out on me. I think it'd be boring if the flowers are all the same size and color, so now I've got some, I call this color periwinkle blue, some periwinkle. It's the exact same paint, the lighter color just has some molding paste in it and probably a little bit of white as well. And I've just switched over to a thinner palette knife. I'm using a Copic paint pen to get these black details in. I like a nice fine point so I can get it in there nice and neat. I start these caterpillars and butterflies off with a layer of white. And then I'll put this, it's an Indian yellow over the top of it. And I'll usually put about 2 coats of the Indian yellow on there. But I need to get that white down to cover up what's behind it so that Indian yellow really pops off. Otherwise it'd be a little bit more dull. I always start off my butterflies with the butterfly body. I need to know where that's going before I can get the wings in there. Otherwise, if I started with the wings, then the butterfly body wouldn't be exactly where I wanted it. And like on this one, I want it sitting on a stem. So I really need that body to be where it should be at the beginning. As I said before, I start the caterpillars off with a layer of white too. I also put a little bit of a layer of light gray on the underside. So like you see the curve of this caterpillar, that would be the underside where his belly would be. Put a little bit of gray there. Go in maybe about a third up into the white. That kind of gives it a little bit of shadow, a little bit of dimension, even though this is pretty characterized caterpillar. And then whenever they're on the ground, of course the underside gets it. That way it just creates a little bit of shadow. This painting needs a title. I have no idea what to title it. Can you please comment below and tell me what title you think it should have? Here's another repurposed painting I did. How do you like it? If you like this video and want to see more, please think about subscribing to my channel.